Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're at last run, 50-50 on play, good decisions, we get a win, we come back, no post-streak hangover. Samson, not that 19 is enough of a streak to get a hangover anyway, it's like having a wine cooler and waking up the next day and being like, I don't understand it, I just never get hangovers, I don't get it you guys, it must be superhuman enzymes or something. KR42FQ07, okay. Don't make fun of my Michael A. L. Fox impression, get out of here. We are happy to be Samson. Happy to not be Azazel. Like, that's the biggest blessing here. It's so samey to be Azazel. Just like the Keeper and the Lost are, I think we should use it here. Just like the Keeper and the Lost are kind of like the flavor of a random streak. Azazel's the garnish. You know, it's like the part of the meal that you're like, why does this even exist? I don't know why I decided to go over that way, but let's see if we can get enough money to maybe get to an arcade on the next floor would be nice. I mean, I appreciate a good garnish as much as the next guy, but if you're gonna ask me what part of the meal to get rid of, I'd say the garnish would probably be number one. Kate and I went out for dinner like 2 weeks ago, and I had the salmon. It was a herb-crusted salmon, pretty delicious. Came with, you know, mashed potatoes, as oftentimes entrees at a restaurant are wont to do. The garnish on the mashed potatoes was a spring roll. Very strange. A spring roll? That's some weird kind of culinary fusion that I'm not sure if I can get down with right now. I'm a fan of spring rolls. It just seems, you know, regionally dissonant given the timbre of the dish right now. Bit into the spring roll. Spring roll was full of mashed potatoes. I didn't know whether to cry or come in my jeans. Anyway, we're basically done with this floor. We might as well go peep the curse room. And it's actually, as far as bad curse room payouts go, this one's pretty good. We get 5 bombs. That, I mean, not only gives us 5 bombs and poisonous bombs for the rest of the game, but also, we have a tinted rock that we can actually access as a result of this. Usually you'll find secret rooms a little easier to get as a result of this as well. There was a tinted rock. I'm not losing my mind here. I saw a rock tinted. We should check for secret room access as well. I just need to... I might be losing my mind. Okay, no, it was actually here. So we'll grab 2 spirit hearts. We don't need to grab them yet, though, so wait on that. I think a second secret room is most likely to be here. Okay, that ended up being garbage, but that's okay. We still got 3 bombs left. We haven't wasted a bomb yet. We'll check maybe here for the secret room. Lucky us. Okay. And that is going to give us enough money. No, it's not. I was going to say it's going to give us enough money to buy the, or to get an arcade on the next floor, but it didn't. Remember, we're looking for IV bag, obviously, so I'm going to be a little bit of a jerk here and, you know, use our last bomb to blow up the donation machine. It's going to take us to 9 cents. 10 would be ideal, just so we could actually buy something here and then still have enough, but this is fine as well. We have the shears ready. We're going to have 2 spirit hearts. If we get an arcade on the next floor, we're going to be in a really, really good position. Even if we have to give up the shears. We had the shears very recently. I can't remember. It might even have been the last run. Little Horn, not the easiest boss fight in the world, but thank God we've got the shears, if it could actually hit because of this guy being over top of the edge of the ground here, but we also have a little bit of a damage bonus regardless, just because of the fact that we went into the cursed room. So honestly, pretty close to a textbook first floor there as Samson. Can't really complain. No, no huge, you know, improvements item-wise there, but certainly could and has been a lot worse as well. Clutch dodge there. It's all about positioning, you know? Dodging on a tiny room, it's a thinking man's game. Gotta be worried about positioning more so than just, you know, reflexes. Just like that dodge. That dodge, that was not a thinking man's game. And I am apparently not a thinking man. Let's not get too cocky here. The run's just started. Don't want to get too big for our britches. We don't even have any keys on this floor. How are we supposed to defeat these enemies without any keys? Our item room fuel is all used up. It's like, you know, an actual fuel. In today's modern energy climate. We do have a key now. So my ridiculous expression is now null and void. It's an expression you would understand if you grew up in the era of checks. And I'm not talking about republics. Pandora's box on floor 2. Well, we're obviously keeping shears for now. So we'll use this to get 2 bombs, 2 keys. And I still stand by that. We were going to go to our curse room anyway. I think half a spirit heart should be enough to keep us going here. Now, as for the shop, I'm not invested in it very heavily right now. We can always go back. The arcade is the biggest deal to me right now. And we've had actually, if I may be so frank, over a stretch of runs where we've lost like less than, 1% of our runs or something. Well, probably a little bit more than that, because I did go through a little bit of a slump recently. But we've had some pretty suboptimal Samson runs. And what I mean by that specifically is a lot of situations in which I haven't gotten an early arcade. So this looks to buck that trend, and I really appreciate that. I don't want to see patterns where there are none. Weirdly enough, like... Well, we have HP available elsewhere. Okay, let me try this. This floor is going to take us a little longer than I originally expected, because there's a little bit more room to work on this one. I'd like to get a payout from both the Blood Bank and the Demon Judgment. Bad Trip is a real nasty pickup there. I think we're just going to go to our boss fight now, but I'm coming back. This room is actually, the arcade there is extremely important for us. We should take the battery charge. It's extremely important for us here. If we can get a payout from both, that's like drastically going to increase our chance of having good things happen to us in the run. If we get a payout from neither, we kind of just end up in a holding pattern. We will take Dark Bum. Completely fine item here. Gives us a little bit less to work with on blood banks, but that's fine. Good precedent for sure. Okay. Who do we want to pay out from first? Like, really, like, if I could get both, that would be good. But I guess we should double down on one of these guys first. Awesome. Okay, that's really good. Contract from below gives us double payouts. No, okay, this guy's gonna... I can't stop him. I can't place the bomb and get it before he gets it. So we kind of just had to accept that that was gonna happen. Where would I put a secret room? Weirdly enough, it seems like the secret room... Let's look for a second secret room first. The secret room could be here, strangely enough. But the second secret room is more, likely to come to fruition for us. I think we have to play a little bit zany here, and by zany I just mean dangerous, effectively. And there we go. It did work out for us. We got Blood Bag, which isn't the end of the world, because we want an IV bag, but Blood Bag is nice to get until we get IV bag. We get to hold it as a passive item while maintaining the shears as well. Now, I will say, we are low on the DPS front. We got a lot of awesome stuff on that floor, and I mean that extremely sincerely. Dark Bum is a crazy good defensive item. Synergizes really well with a lot of items that are otherwise useless, like Little Chad, for example. Can change the game for us, but also gives us a much better chance of deals with the devil, assuming we can get red hearts that get turned into spirit hearts and then give us some protection. But we are behind the 8-ball, like, doubtlessly here when it comes to DPS, and this room was kind of an indication of that, unfortunately. 2 battery charges is awesome. We're just gonna hide out for about 2 weeks. Ain't nobody weak as me. I'd like bag of Vita, bag of IV. Not the Bhagavad Vita. That's, something completely different. I don't know if we want Samson's Lock. I'm not against it necessarily, but now I can't get the idea of a parody of Outcast, So Fresh and So Clean, but with the Bhagavad Vita instead. I'm trying to think of it. Trying to discover spirituality. It's the Bhagavad Vita. It doesn't really work, but there's something in there. There's a really, really bad joke for an incredibly narrow subset of the population nestled somewhere in there. And as always, I've made it my mission to find that. Okay, please. Well, we don't need IV bag, but just getting DPS is awesome right now. That's actually really good. If we could get IV bag when we leave this run, or like when we leave the depths too, that would be awesome. Until then, dude, I'm happy for the blood bags. It just gives us more fuel for IV bags later. The only thing is, if we get a payout of the IV bag later, that's great. If we get one never, that sucks. So we have Box of Friends, I believe, was the actual... Wow, that was bad. The actual item in our shop, so not particularly useful for us. I am just gonna accept the fact that I fucked this a little bit and cost us a deal with the devil chance on this floor. We had a low chance anyway, but certainly I didn't make that any better on ourselves by taking a little bit of dumb damage on this floor, but we are in a pretty defensible position at the present moment. And starting to get DPS, but let's not get too attached. Remember, our DPS is, you know, largely good right now as a result of the fact that I've taken so much damage. So it's unsustainable as long as we don't have IV Bag or the Razor Blade or something, you know, similar. So safety pin is good. This should allow us access to the mob trap room, and we'll just open it up. What am I looking for? I mean, I guess I'm looking for enough money to buy something from our shop and then still have a chance at an arcade on the next floor. Even if we just end up buying a Spirit Heart, could be good. Spirit Hearts, remember, basically give us, beyond the protection from the deal with the devil, they give us an ability to artificially augment our DPS on a floor by taking damage, whether intentionally or otherwise, without it actually penalizing us considerably. So there's a lot of good stuff related to those. Now, the other thing we could do is sacrifice our Demon Heart and go to this Curse Room, and I think that's advisable. Yeah, the secret room is not going to border it, so don't even waste the bomb. Yeah, well worth it. We're pretty rich on keys right now, and, you know, we always want to become Guppies, so getting a Guppy item is very solid there. Whipworm still? This has got to be our secret room. It's just like an inverted template for secret rooms we see all the time. Sure, okay, Counterfeit Penny is good. We still want to maximize our chances of getting an arcade, so this seems fair to me. Grab this, and you know what? Grab that as well. We get Judgment. We'll use Judgment probably on the next floor and blow it up for a better deal with the devil chance, because we'll have a... Oh, now I've forgotten the percentages. It's like a 25% diminished chance, like a 0.25 times whatever our chance would be, which could be, you know, 0.25 times 135% chance. So... Or no, not 0.25, sorry, 0.75 would be the inverse. So we'd have like a 91% chance of getting a deal with the devil or something like that. And then you blow up the Demon Judgment, and then, you know, you get 3/4 of what you would normally get for blowing up a Judgment or a Demon Judgment. Or, although that's not really fair, because I think if you blow up a Demon Judgment, you get actually a diminished chance of getting a deal with the devil, a better chance of getting a deal with the angel. I can't remember if we ever figured that out or if the jury's still out. Okay. Shears, very good. I'm actually... Oh, well, first off, I'm stoked we got an arcade, but I'm a little surprised that we've managed to keep... Let's try Judgment first. Okay. I'm a little surprised that we've managed to keep our boss rush like as a possibility here, given the fact that the run is pretty bad from a DPS standpoint. You know, we can get DPS augments on every floor, but our base DPS is bad enough that I'm actually quite surprised that we've been able to kind of stay on pace here. Now, mind you, if we get a blood bank on every single floor, that goes a long way towards making our DPS not nearly as bad. And in a way, we are really disproportionately lucky to have gotten a blood bank on the last floor. We probably should not have. And we're just playing this guy because, again, blood bags are nice. IV bags could change everything for us, depending on how many red hearts we get. And really, something like a bloody penny or something like that would be really, really good right now. I recognize I could use shears there to get the extra pennies. I'm just not interested, because I think that the shears, on relatively low HP, it scares me to do that because the shears could be an important resource to clear a big room or maybe a boss trap room, for example, or we probably should have used it right there instead, but so be it. Yeah, we'll open that and probably use the shears. Mom's Pearl. Well, it's not a tough call because Counterfeit Penny is not a win condition for us and our money is pretty good. But it's not an easy decision necessarily because I think Mom's Pearl might lead to getting less red hearts, which is actually bad for us right now. But as long as those red hearts become spirit hearts and we still get, you know, some value out of them, that seems like a decent compromise. We'd prefer red hearts right now, but there will come a point where we would prefer spirit hearts, probably. Very analytical run today. I'm not sure why I'm in that, mood. I guess it's because we didn't get Mom's Knife or Brimstone, so it's a little harder to pop off on the zaniness right off the bat, and a little easier to just be like, you know, let's look at the facts on this run. Hierophant's great. I will say, oh, Steven's good too. I will say that Boss Rush is very much secondary to actually, let's check this, 2 of Spades. It's not great to use it like that, but I'm gonna regardless. Let me finally finish my sentence here. Boss Rush is secondary to getting that IV bag, if we can get it. And, you know, the thing worth noting is, you never lose by playing the Blood Bank as long as you don't, you know, put yourself in a situation where you're gonna die as a result. And because we're rich on HP... Well, we weren't gonna get that one anyway. Because we're rich on HP, we very much benefit from going back and trying to get the IV bag. You know, you can run through the scenarios in your head. Worst outcome, we just get money. You can still use the money. Guarantees us a better chance at arcades in the future. You know, shop items, etc., etc. Plus, we get the DPS on this floor. What else can we get? You can get Blood Bag. Blood Bag makes IV Bag better in the future. We have more HP, we have more speed. It's a better chance to win. And then the best case scenario is IV Bag, which is actually probably the riskiest scenario if we actually get it, because... You know, it's a lot of power, but it's also a lot of danger. But let's see. We should have a good deal with the Devil Chance here. We should also still shoot, like... Shears is doing the most damage, I think, but our DPS is still very good. At least right now. Okay, Magic Mush is lovely. And Sack Dagger's very good. I understand the value of the Razor Blade, but I really like the Shears as well. It's kind of like, you know, it's a bit of a pet item for us, I guess, but I'm going to take it nonetheless. Alright, so Sack Dagger is beautiful. I'm not going to use my bombs to blow this up. We might find, you know, a Tinted Rock in the future or something that's more valuable, even though there is a secret room there. Let's give this a chance. We got like 9 plays or something ridiculous, so... If we get IV Bag, we can get all that extra money anyway. I'll take it all the way down to the bottom here. But if we don't get any payout, which we didn't, we're just gonna blow it up. I know I said we'd save a bomb, but I was hoping to pick up a little extra money out of this. Okay, so we are officially now like 3.5 minutes behind schedule. That's real bad, and it's not gonna get better anytime in the near future here. So I would say that, ooh, exactly the right amount of coffee this morning to make that dodge, apparently. I would say Boss Rush is officially off the table here. Or unofficially off the table. And then we will work towards making some good stuff happen here. You know my vice. As Q-Tip said, Shorty, let me tell you about my only vice. It has to do with lots of lovin', and it ain't nothing nice. I don't know what he means when he says that, because the rest of the song is largely, you know, an anthem about sensuality. But I don't know why he says that his only vice has to do with lots of lovin' and it ain't nothing nice. It kind of betrays the message of the rest of Electric Relaxation. I don't understand if he's a player or something like that. Dude, this room is actually hell. This is like, you look at this and all of a sudden you go, oh, now things are dangerous. And actually, I'm actually shitting my pants now because I realize we don't have any red hearts. So let's slow our rolls a little bit. Can't afford to take as much damage as I have. If we get like one single red heart, everything changes, but until then. Well, there's one way to swing Boss Rush. We have been to our item room. Let's open these up. Spirit Hearts, so many red hearts. Okay, now we're totally fine. You know what? I may try to swing Boss Rush. We're missing a lot of stuff on this floor, but I think that's stuff that's okay to miss considering we've already seen our item room. We're missing out on our shop. We still got a good chance at an arcade on the next floor. Krampus, yeah. You just feel like, you know, you're not going to get so lucky as to get 2 deals with the devil unless one of them is going to have a little Krampus action in it. There we go. And it is Krampus' head, which is no good for us. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision to rush a little bit here. We got lucky enough to get item room, boss fight really close together on that last floor. We're going to make, wow. Okay, well, disregard our chances at at getting IV bag, apparently. We do have homing poison bombs now. So those are potent. We have no way to get out of boss rush, but the idea is that with the shears, we don't need a way to get out of boss rush. We just, we want to stay in boss rush because, you know, every 3 enemies that we kill is another shears charge, which is very good. Oh, that was so bad. Joker? 2 of clubs? I'll take it. I'll just use it right away. Not going to overthink it there. And in this case, I used overthink as a synonym for think it all, which is probably not necessarily fair. I'm not going to take the pill. There's our item room. Just trying to get into the rush mindset just a little bit, but not so much that I make the classic rushing mistake where I take way too much damage for no reason. Experimental treatment I find worth taking. It's not going to lower our speed so much that we're not workable anymore, and I think it actually raised our damage. I don't want Dark Bum to take the HP yet. I want to get to full HP first, because, you know, we still could get IV bag. It's going to become more difficult because of the fact that, you know, blood banks are going to take double HP to make it happen. Don't really want... Okay, wow, that was really good, actually. We have restock. 2 of diamonds. Just looking for a teleport card if possible, but all these other cards have worked out pretty well. There we go, there's our teleport card, the Emperor. I know I said we didn't want a teleport card. That was just because I didn't have one at the present moment. Things change. And honestly, if we find our boss fight up here, with Sack Dagger, we can get the job done. It's a very unique situation to find almost everything that you're looking for while rushing. We got item room shop. On our shop, we actually managed to donate as much money as we could to our donation machine. Mind you, it wasn't much, but still. We made it into boss rush, and on boss rush, we don't really get things that we're super stoked about. I'll take Mr. Mega, and we'll just use the Emperor card and get out of here. Still, though, I stand by that as being a good decision in our position there. We rushed a little bit, probably missed out on some stuff, but, you know, we went to our arcade, we went to our shop, we went to our item room. We got a teleport card at the cost of a little bit of money that was at that point meaningless to us. We got into boss rush, and to be honest with you, picked up an item that's not particularly strong. But it's not weak either, and, you know, the more bomb synergies you have, the better each bomb synergy after that point becomes, I suppose. And for now, I'm feeling very good about the quality of this run, but just a little surprised, I suppose, at the fact that we still continue to not be able to get IV bag. When you don't want IV bag, it seems to show up all the time. When you want IV bag, you never see it. But I suppose there's a little, you know, there's a level of observer bias in there. Now, Sack Dagger can be our angle or our devil. Really depends on how we choose to deal with it here. Will we go to the Hush fight? I think, well, we have to check this because we have an outside chance of becoming Guppy. 48-hour energy, okay, might as well. It could be the right idea. You know, with restock, it can be a lot of fun to go to the Hush fight if you can make it work. Luck up is also amazing. One of my favorite, like, most underrated stats for sure. But I don't know if multiple versions of the shears firing at the same time is good on the Hush fight. I don't know if one shears is good enough. You know, the idea that it's just gonna never let his armor degenerate. And as a result, will or never let his armor degenerate, regenerate. I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase it. Basically, we're never gonna get a bonus for having not hit him for a while, which is going to lead to that fight maybe taking longer than it otherwise should. But we'll see. It might become appropriate. We'll see if we get, like, deals with the devil or something up here that change that. I'm pretty happy that we got Small Rock. I don't really care about Judas's Tongue at this point. Small Rock at least gives us, like, one of our first flat... Oh, that was really bad. One of our first flat DPS improvements that isn't tied to Samson's Locks, or, you know, Bloody Lust, rather. We've gone, like, the whole freaking run trying to get almost any damage upgrade that we can swing. That's not fair. We did get Magic Mush fairly recently as well. I'll take one of those. You can take the other one. Yeah, it becomes a lot harder to complain. Doesn't really fit my narrative about not having good DPS until we get hit when we picked up Magic Mush recently. But either way, it doesn't change the fact either that, you know, Small Rock is an awesome pickup to have. It's one of those items that, like, you know, some items you get early in the game and you're like, this is amazing, and then by the late game you're like, ah, it doesn't matter that much anymore. Small Rock, you're like always stoked to have it. So we get Fate's Reward as well. We've gotten like every item from Golden Chests except Guppy's Head. And no Fate, I guess, yet. Fairly good fight here. We did get a deal with the devil, and we've got plenty of HP to afford to buy something, but I really don't want to buy Satanic Bible. I'm loving the shears, and honestly, defense isn't our problem. If we have a problem, it's DPS. Obviously, like 2 Guppy items would be sweet, but, you know, we've kind of got to come to terms with the fact that we're probably basically done with deals with the devil on this run. We could get one on our next floor, not impossible, but not the most likely outcome. Plenty of tinted rocks now. And that's kind of what I was looking for, you know, it's a rare situation, but golden chests were really the best thing to give me value at this point. We don't need tinted rocks, we already have small rock, so unless we would just want keys, which is not bad, but not amazing, or bombs for that matter, but we're spending a bomb to open it up, so it's not really what we're looking for in all likelihood. We're really just looking for golden chests, because they give us an in for Guppy's Head, or Fate. Wow, small floor. This is like a super weirdly fast run for a run that, until recently, and even still, like this run's powerful, but it's not that powerful. Like, in terms of, like, the Foreigner discography, this is like a Dirty White Boy level song. You know, this is not Hot Blooded, this is not Urgent Emergency, this is, you know... I can only think of 3 Foreigner songs, so that kind of undercuts the metaphor a little bit. Alright, here's where it gets ridiculous. We take Pentagram, we take Cambion Conception, we take Brimstone, and then we just go apeshit for the rest of the run. And I'm not gonna fight Hush, because I can justify it with a lame excuse like, oh, I just spent so much HP, blah, blah, I don't know if I can fight Hush anymore. But the truth of the matter is that I just don't want to fight Hush, because I don't find the Hush fight fun unless it's guaranteed. Because it's Hush fighting, check it and see. It's not that fun unless it is guaranteed. Come on, Guppy, don't you do more than meow, 'cause I'm hush fighting, hush fighting. Either way, this is perhaps not quite a guaranteed win, but a very, very good win right now. Or a very, very, very good bad boy. A very likely win, let me say. All we need to do in order to not lose is probably take less than, like, 1 hit every 3 rooms or something like that. I'm just trying to... I'm making an approximation based on how often I expect to get red hearts. So, you know, all things considered, maybe that's a little optimistic that we get 1 spirit heart paid out from Dark Bomb every 3 rooms, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Wow. We got 3 of the same pill off of a homing bomb that blew up a tinted rock and an enemy. And they were all relaxed, so that's the end of our excitement there. But we did get a luck upgrade pill from that second secret room, which is awesome as well. Now we have a reasonable expectation to get a lot of chests on the chest. I mean, we probably had that expectation coming into this as well, but 1 luck upgrade just helps up that much more. We do have Contract from Below. With extra luck upgrades, we might be a little low on keys when it comes to actually opening all the chests that we're going to encounter, but we'll see. I would expect to get a few, like, double chest payouts on the chest. Rate of Fire is very good here as well, actually. Maybe I owe Experimental Treatment a debt of gratitude or something. Alrighty. Down to the next floor. Very nice, very agile run here. Really, it's like a meditative Isaac run. We're doing everything at least reasonably right, I think. Deadeye is actually extremely good, assuming it actually synergizes with Brimstone. Sticky bombs, you know, the more the merrier on bomb synergies here. Let's just get Shears to... Oh, that was real dumb. Let's get Shears to chew on some of these guys right here. We shouldn't be taking damage, but shit happens. Red heart? Red heart. You can't fool me. Oh, just drop the little red heart in the corner back here. They won't notice. I got eyes like a hawk. Hawk, hawk. Guys like squawk, squawk, squawk. Let me see your... Oh, no. I think sing it again. Still probably one of the best notes I've ever hit in my musical history. Shielded Tears Brimstone, obviously, you know, really good. Probably overkill at this point, but good nonetheless. I guess we'll try to kill Mr. Bomb Man last. It doesn't really matter, probably, but if we're not going to get HP, we probably would rather go for some kind of bomb synergy. Or just extra bombs, which are actually pretty potent right now. Starting to get a little lower on HP. Mostly, you know, my own idiocy as related to Bob's brain. It still hit me? That's because of Mr. Mega. Look, in terms of quality of life upgrades for an Isaac mod, if you're fighting Gertie and standing at the bottom of the screen, if elected your mod leader, I will make it so that Bob's brain does not hit you in that situation, because that seems like bullshit. Where are you supposed to stand? Nowhere? He's a real nowhere stand, sitting in his nowhere hand. You get the idea, you know, lots of references. Alright, let's not make the same mistake we just made. Kill. Oh my god, it's so tough to kill Lust last. We're just so virile and potent. I don't understand how it's supposed to do it. Mr. Boom is not an item we're looking for right now. This could be good, or a waste of our time, apparently. Rune Bag is fine. We got opportunities to make Perthrow work. Probably the biggest waste of the shears I could think of right here. Make sure to get a charge for our boss fight. Infestation 2 is nuts. Ridiculously good. Now we just need a room that's chock full of spiders, and this is going to get real silly. At this point, I'd say we probably don't actually need the shears for our boss fight. But why not get it? You know, it'll speed it up, and we probably got enough rooms back here anyway. Kidney Stone and Serpent's Kiss, getting a little ridiculous. It's such a walk to get the shears charge that I'm not going to do it. I know that makes me a terrible person, but it's like there's 2 rooms with combat in like 8 rooms of geography there that you can see, because we've already done all the other ones. And we're going to be fine here without the shears. In the end, it doesn't matter. This is a half-hour long run, and a really nice run at that. Got super strong on the chest, struggled a little bit in the early game, but for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.